Thank you very much. It was quite a good introduction of me. I don't know whether I'm that powerful though, but let's hope sometime in the near future. First of all, dear colleagues, Your Excellencies, I would like to express the big gratitude to Mr. Taras Osolenko. I've been here to the first conference of your NGO, and we had a room around the same size, but we had twice as less as speakers as we have for this moment. And none of the great leadership comes without a great team. Therefore, my great thanks are also for Andriy, Ostap, and Evgeny, and for the opportunity for all of us to be in here. So I wish you all the best also in your future endeavors. We will be there and we will support you on that. One more important note to mention is that Taras is also one of the founding signatories of the Europe Goes East network. This is the network that was created a couple of years ago in Vilnius, and it's connecting the countries that are being mentioned in here, Baltic and Black Sea region, plus other European partners, and our main goal is to address on the matters of our common interest to the colleagues in the European Union and the United States. One say that similar minds think alike. So as my colleague on the right was talking just now, I would like to structuralize my speech in the same way. That at the beginning, we need to understand what are the threats that we are actually facing for the moment. And I really second the topic itself, the wording of the topic, how it was put in the program, which says that there are hybrid threats. And this is very much the reality of the today. So we should take a look in a few things. I think that for majority of us it's pretty much clear. There is one big threat, which is Russia, right? But what it means. So everyone understands that aggression is coming from the corridors of Kremlin. Anyways, not all of us see that this country has actually flexible borders. What does it mean? My colleague Ilya was just talking about the soft power of Russia, which is currently only the hard power, not the soft power. But if we take a look deeper into every case scenario, be it Donbass, be it South Caucasia or Ossetia, elsewhere, it all starts with the very, very soft integration of some, green men, the creation of the information, let's call it bubble, who will make the citizens think that maybe it's a right way and there is no direct aggression or things of that sort. That's why I would not be fearing to call this country as the one who has flexible borders, starts with the soft power, and in all the case scenarios ends up with the hard power. Then the other problematic issue that we have, and here is the huge propaganda, huge information war. In our party, we made the Russia containment strategy. It's now already the third edition that we are having. First one was in 2007, the second one in 2013, and now just recently we published a new paper. The one which was published in 2013 already talks a lot about information war, giving the examples of, let's say, $3 billion every year are being spent on Russia Today channel. Just to give an outlook of how much of money are being invested by the Kremlin to spread basically lies to our peoples and to our societies. And we need to be participants of this war, because if we won't be participants of the information war, there won't be no war. There will be also only aggression coming from the one side, meaning that there will be only one winner, which is Russia with its propaganda. So we also need to use, I couldn't say propaganda, but we need to say the truth in much more attractive ways than we are doing for the moment. At the same time, we need to take a look at the influence building that Kremlin is doing in the West. Not only in our countries, but also in the European Union, in the United States, United Nations, basically everywhere in all the international platforms and in the biggest states of the West. What does it mean? For example, take a look again at the money that is being spent on supporting some kind of populistic parties, you know, that are basically, or like very far right or far left, that basically all of them are representing just one, the interest of Kremlin, with a very clear goal to bring chaos, to bring mess, to make sure that European Union, as for example, is not united, and all the things that follows after this. So we should be very clear on that, and we shouldn't be afraid to see what we see, and we shouldn't be afraid to say what we see at the same time. Because besides the fact that many of us know that, not everyone can actually go and say that right there to their faces, which is very necessary. And I'm really glad to see that we have Turkic representatives here, because I think that Turkey plays a very important role, especially now seeing what's happening in Syria. And yet again, I think that no one better than Turks or Lebanese also could say that, could say for us and also for our citizens that Putin is not playing a good guy there. Putin is the one who is actually enforcing the conflict and using it only for his own benefit. So these are a few things that I think we all need to understand, and besides that, we also need to make sure that others understand that. Okay, many can speak about, you know, what's happening there. It's good to know. What's next? What do we do? Huh? There are a lot of discussions, conferences, you know, a lot of platforms of cooperation, you know, many tries to do things. But one thing that we are clearly missing is continuous, long-lasting platform for the Baltic and Black Sea states to cooperate at the state level, at the institutional level, bi-party level, multi-party level, diplomacy, experts, all kind of levels. But then at the same time, defining our goals and making sure that those goals are reached. So three very clear steps. We need to understand what our common threats are. We need to make sure that also others understand what are our common threats, including civil society, which is playing a crucial role in our states, and then strongly cooperate and reach commonly dealt goals. And the one thing which is clearly missing is to set strategic action plan, which says like we need to have clear time framework, clear things that we want to do, and to know the ways how we are doing. And I'm really a big fan of the idea that His Excellency Ambassador Petras Vaitikūnas just noted. Why not having, let's say, like 4 or 5, let's set a goal to reach for our states, spending 4 or 5% of our GDPs to the defense sector. So, and in these ways that I mentioned, we need to create something that I could call like democracy ring surrounding Russia. And this is the only way how we can counter it. So, thanks a lot.